All right, guys, we're back after an extended vacation and a night off last night. So, we got about 2/3 of the way through this game last time. Quite an interesting game so far. You guys know I'm a big sucker for FMV-style games, and this one looks beautiful. The story is of Detective Inspector Jenks coming to a small town in Europe somewhere and looking into the alleged suicide. I think they said they thought it was a suicide of a girl. It turns out she was attending these Atlas seminars. She was a frequent alcoholic with mood swings. And as we've dug through things, we found out that a year ago, another boy died under similar circumstances. We also have found that a couple people suspect the Atlas business tutorial or seminar shit to be a demonic cult, or even like a Wiccan type of thing, not necessarily demonic, but some sort of magic, black magic. They do use scrying mirrors, although it's supposed to be more of a reflective thing, according to them. So this whole game has been about us cross-referencing facts with people and trying to get to the bottom of the story. It's been quite fun. Hey, Dingus, welcome to you. Didn't sleep through the ending. Oh, yeah, and the guy is an absolute loon, too. So let's start the way on the left here and see what we can find out. I don't remember what our last clues were, so we'll have to see as we go. Just gotta pick it back up. Is the main... well, we'll find out. We'll find out right when he walks in here.
A few more questions, if you don't mind.
James wouldn't know. Okay, so this is where we left off. I think we... Oh, the clock just switched to 10 o'clock. So there might be a new event. That was the last thing we did. We got some information out of Paul, who was the leader of the cult's dad.
Thank you. Probably be back later.
Didn't show if he's got the hat or not, though. I think we can probably assume he does. Also, I did get Wand of Galman working. Ganon, whatever you want to call it. It will be up after this. We will get to both games tonight and likely beat both games tonight. And I'm gonna tell you guys right now, that game is a fucking hallucination. That's gonna be an hour and a half of mayhem. Good question, Goose. I'd say Night Filter, probably. Diamond Doge coming in with the 2 big ones. Starting the night off the right way. Yo, Mr. Doge, how you doing tonight, man? Thank you for the love and support. I guess no one's there. We'll just keep on keeping on.
A few more questions, if you don't mind.
Wand of Game On sounds like a Digimon game. Waka waka.
That's all for the moment. Thank you.
Doing good, doing good. Hey, that's what I like to hear. Just hoping we bump into something along the way here. There's the hat, confirmed.
I really don't think it's my place, darling.
It is your place here.
I just don't want to tell tales.
Tell him about something.
You're not supposed to be here after 6. Oh.
So it's going to be that kind of evening, is it?
Would you think quite right?
Only if you deal.
Problems?
Hello, Inspector. See you later.
What's in the bag? Also, I do believe she's wearing Uggs. A BDSM night. That seems like the kind of thing he's into. We don't judge here.
A couple more questions, if that's okay.
Your coffee mug was her hiding something behind her back? Cleverly placed. Cleverly placed. Just hold it like right over here. Whoop. My dude about to get stabbed. She's got the broken beer bottle. They deserve it. All right.
Be back later on, if that's okay.
I shouldn't say that. We don't know if he's done anything yet, but he definitely seemed like a sleaze-dough. Got a search clue here, finally. Something going on in the dining room. Oromorph liquid.
Well, isn't that interesting?
Maybe those were his boner pills or something. Kind of a weird place to keep him, though. Let's immediately question her about it. And we snooped into his personal life.
A few more questions, please.
Oh, is it morphine? Maybe.
The cupboard downstairs, there's a lot of unopened stuff in it.
Is there?
Prescriptions. made out to you?
Oh, they're just.
She said she doesn't do
painkillers.
drugs.
The chemist always gives us too many. He's a friend of the family.
Chemist. Okay, I want to live in this place. Why don't we get chemists out here? We get doctors and pharmacists. I thought she said something about never doing drugs. I'm pretty sure that is a thing in here. Doling out opioids like it's the 90s? Isn't that like even more of a thing now, at least in the US too? Dun, 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 dun. Something about winners and not using drugs? Doesn't take any drugs or medication. Boom, got her. Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah,
you
probably
don't
Psycho.
take
It just
any
sounds way
medicines
cooler.
Except for prescription painkillers.
Well, they're not actually for me.
When I imagine a chemist, I imagine them behind the counter, mixing all the drugs together,
He's a
crafting them themselves.
gentleman.
Does Ryan need prescription painkillers?
Yes, he's got arthritis.
Really? He's young to suffer from that, isn't he?
He doesn't have it badly, but he does need medication from time to time.
What medicine is it?
I couldn't tell you, to be honest. Ryan will know.
So Ryan's the one using the prescriptions.
Well, he
I think I
was
might have
holding
a
the
word
bag
with
after
him
all.
and work out exactly what this medicine is. Okay,
All
that's it
right,
for now.
new clue
Thank you.
again. I'm still going to go back and ask everybody else before Ryan, because that's just the kind of game this is. Visited this poor guy
Ask your
probably
global
20
things,
times in the past 3 hours. James wouldn't know anything about them. I was hoping he might know
Thank
what the
you.
medical.
Probably be
Well,
back later.
she said it was painkiller, I guess. So we got what we need. All right. Useless then. Besides, I think he's only into natural painkillers.
Just a few more questions, if you don't mind.
There we go.
When did Ryan begin to suffer from arthritis?
Like the super
Ryan
cliche
doesn't
mystery
suffer
music.
from arthritis.
Oh, got him.
The only thing that Ryan suffers from is
I enjoy the
pathetic
score in this game in general,
inability
Metal.
to deal with any kind of discomfort. He pulled his back sometime last year. Since then, he's
So he's not a
been
big-time
around telling
phony, he's just a
everybody
baby.
He suffers from arthritis.
I thought he had medication.
James would probably just like say no,
Oh,
like
he
everything
only
else,
has
yeah.
medication because
But I just
his
like hearing him
GP,
say
who is
no.
almost as dysfunctional as he is, keeps prescribing it for him.
So you don't believe he really has arthritis?
Not at all.
Just like a biatch. That's right, Duke. How's it going, brother? Started medication, pulled his back last year, has a low pain threshold. Just double check, he didn't reveal anything there. We lost the subs. All right, let me get. I guess I can
Thank
back
you.
off real fast.
Probably be back later.
The real question is, what do we do to turn them on? S for subtitles? C. Captions. Okay. Oh, I miss you guys too, Duke. I had myself a lovely nap for about 2 hours, caught up on some
Ask
sleep,
about a few more
and I
things,
got
please.
right into the programming. My son is such a loser. Well, you know what, Rose? He's not wrong. He looks like a dude that's gone his entire life getting mostly, if not everything that he's wanted. And his son is just a baby. He's just a little baby. Didn't steal from Leanne. I don't recall him saying anything that would go against what he just said for Ryan. Yo, Rumi, coming with the 2 big ones. Thank you very much for the love and support, Rumi. How you doing tonight, man?
That's all for the moment. Thank you.
Tis all. The subs are back in fucking force tonight, too. My goodness. Yeah, Wolf, I agree. I agree entirely. What do we got here? How did you not hear that loud-ass noise? He must work in a large machine factory and have damaged his hearing. Or maybe he's just a musician.
Bit careless, Simon. Probably nothing important, but at this stage, I need all the clues I can get.
Is that a piece of paper? There better be a coin there, too. Okay, good. Don't you dare compare him to William Dafoe. Talking about the pasty guy, right? Pasty guy is straight clowning.
Couple more questions, if that's okay?
Did you know about Ryan Round's arthritis?
Arthritis? I didn't think Ryan had arthritis.
Again, I'm not stealing it, I'm just borrowing it, and I'll give it back to him after I've parsed everybody on it.
Have you seen this before?
Nope. Sorry, never heard of him.
Well, it's interesting. Your husband slash boyfriend slash housemate has never heard of the IT consult on the card. Oh, IT.
And what do you know about this?
This is Simon's. I bought this for him when we were on holiday. Has he lost it?
No, he gave it
He
away.
can't keep anything.
Key belongs to Simon. Brought the key. Ring for Simon on holiday. Okay, so we got a couple new
Be
clues
back
here.
later on, if that's okay.
Hey, Robert, you've rejoined us.
Did you know about Ryan's arthritis?
Ryan? He's got arthritis?
Apparently.
No, I didn't know. I hadn't noticed he had any problems.
Level up his inspector skills. Keep grinding. And grind those facial expressions out, that's for sure.
I think you dropped this outside.
I'm starting to think this guy might actually be an
Oh,
android.
this is just from some IT guy I met. I don't need him.
Oh, so you're littering.
I noticed some numbers on the back. Do you need these?
I don't know. What is it?
1905?
Oh, yeah, that's just a pin for something. It's okay, I can remember it.
So not an offshore savings account or anything?
No, it's not important.
I would find it weird if somebody picked up my garbage and asked if they could keep it. Weird and super suspicious.
Is this yours?
Yeah. That's from my keys. Where did you find that?
Just outside.
Right.
Well, I guess I don't need this anymore.
When Nathan dropped my keys off. He was borrowing my car.
Oh.
I suppose it is. I am a bit too trusting, really. It's a new car as well.
He just gave it back to me. That's yours, though. Owns a new car. Often lends it to friends. Let's see. Is this finally the time of the bike? Bike belongs to cousin. Is only way he can get to work. I have been sitting on this
So the
since
bike's
we
the
started
only
the
way to
game.
work, yes?
Yeah.
What's wrong with the car?
No, I can't drive the car yet, can I? I don't have my license.
Right.
I got a windfall from an insurance.
Aren't you like 30?
Just figured I'd buy something sensible with it straight away instead of wasting the money.
What was the insurance payout?
It was for a laptop. It got stolen down at Atlas.
An Atlas?
Well, they didn't break in. I think they just walked in and took it. The laptop was in a storeroom, but I think the lock was broken, to be honest.
Doesn't sound like they're taking their security very seriously.
No, it doesn't,
Actually,
Psycho.
it got a lot better after that.
I think I'll check it anyway.
Must have been a very nice laptop to be able to buy a car
Yeah,
with the
seriously.
insurance. Or a very cheap car. Might have
Probably
to
an
have a talk with
Alienware.
Ryan about his security measures.
I find it interesting because when I turned 16, I think at 15 and a half we could get our temp driver's license. Me and everybody I know jumped on that shit. It was so fucking exciting for it, but it seems like
Thank
most
you.
of the people I know from
Probably
younger
back later.
generations, since I've got a lot of friends, 5-6 years younger, a lot of them don't even get their license until they're in their 20s. See if Emma has anything about the
Few more
car.
questions, please.
Did you know about Simon's laptop being stolen?
Yeah, because it had all my college work on it, which I hadn't backed up or saved.
So the laptop
Not
was
that I
real.
got it much, but I did buy a new one, and Simon uses it now. when I let him.
A lot of bus riders, yeah. Always do backups, hell yeah. I mean, you can get
time being, thank you.
USB drives for like fucking $5 at CVS. And put any documents you need on that. Super easy. Hey, Ragnar, welcome to you. If a person deletes their assignments after sending them to their teacher. Someone in this fucking game? Or someone who's got something to hide. She has had a lot to hide already, though I can't imagine she's in much deeper. Well, we can still come in. Knock, knock. Always check this room first. I'm looking for that janitor. He's gonna appear eventually. You know what, Metal? I probably wrote a few papers in college that I never wanted to think about again. Oh, try the right door. There's usually no one here. I do have an email address from when I was in high school. Actually, I think I made it in middle school. And I never used to carry around USB drives with me, so I'd always just email shit to myself as a method for getting it there. And a ways back, I went and I read through some of my like 10th, 11th grade rating. I didn't think my current spelling and grammar could have gotten any worse. That was a fucking nightmare. I don't know how I passed that shit.
A couple more things, please.
What do we got? Arthritis. Okay, we get a lot. Let's start from the start.
Do you know what the medicine in the cupboard at the pub is for?
You'd better ask Rebecca about that. I'm not exactly sure what's in there. She tends to keep her wares under lock and key. Do you know, our wedding night was quite a surprise.
Is EE what you ID there? Oh my god. I can almost not read that. Well
Tell
played.
me about your arthritis.
Oh, you found out about that.
Well, as well, I'm a very large baby.
Old before my time.
It's very unlucky to have it so young.
Well, I take a lot from life, Inspector. And sometimes life likes to give you a little bit back. I mean, it's not too bad. It's not too debilitating. It's mainly some in my right hand, some in my left hand.
Mostly in the right hand. I wonder why.
Makes it difficult to hold small things, though.
I
I get a prescription painkiller.
How often do you need that?
bet it does.
As and when. I keep some here. I keep some at home. It's not a problem.
All right, arthritis, prescriptions, at work and home. Belong to Rebecca, keeps at work and home. I don't think that this is a call out, but we're gonna do it anyway. Hey, Hoosen, how's it been, man? Thought he pulled his back. That's a fucking Lyra on top of things. I wonder if we can call him out on that.
Know anything about this?
No, I don't. I'm sorry. We have our own IT chap. Lovely chap, in fact.
What's this
Fat and
game?
sweaty
Contradiction,
there.
spot the liar.
It's like a double act, doesn't it?
You play as a detective? You question a bunch of idiots? No, it is not. Although I made that joke yesterday, believe it or not. I tried to pawn it off as David Cage's new game. Oh, come on. His new one's good. For non-bad reasons. Never heard of it. Has their own. Arthritis, painkillers. And we know he's lying out of his teeth about these.
Were you at Atlas when Simon's
can't prove it
laptop
yet.
was stolen?
Oh, I believe I was, yes. It was taken from the storeroom in the hallway.
Was it ever recovered?
No, we didn't catch anyone. We quite
Yeah, I find that likely, Goose. You spend 90% of your time leaning on top of that fucking fireplace. You don't develop any muscles in your lower back.
In and out within minutes.
That's correct, Hoosen.
That's why we advise people to keep their valuables with them. You can't be too careful these days, Inspector.
Good for non-bad reasons. Well, yeah. Like, I can enjoy games, you know what I mean, I can enjoy games that are really bad because they're bad and nonsensical. But Detroit was actually really good all around, I thought. There were a couple story elements that felt redundant. Keep valuables with them. Storeroom isn't safe. Laptop taken from storeroom. Oh, I skipped this guy.
Have you seen this before?
No, sorry.
Okay, makes sense. Own IT consulting. I think we're back in a position where I don't know squat about shit. Arthritis, not a problem. Takes painkillers for it. Okay, so it's not a problem, but because he medicates. Allegedly. Contents of the cupboard belong to Rebecca. Rebecca keeps the cupboard locked. I wish I could take that over to Rebecca and hit her with it. A laptop being stolen is something that we found out before
Thank
going
you.
back to those
I'll
other
think
people,
about it
though,
later.
so we've got more. It's a shame, man. I like James's actual responses, but most of the time he just hits you with that, nope, nope. I want to get James talking on the Illuminati and aliens. I feel like a lot of food packages will adopt that to avoid telling you what's going on. Yeah, very likely. Bill Stare, you hacked. I don't know if it's approved yet or not, but it is up there. Hey, that's what it's gonna be when it comes out, because I remember. Oh, I remember, don't worry. Unfortunately, it is on the bitty tiers, or the 50K, or 5K. Hey, Addy, what's going on, dude? Maybe as a temp, we'll see what's going on. I did talk to Idnaria, and she's able to make some more emotes. So we'll have more emotes in the near future for those slots.
A few more questions, if you don't mind.
Sucked into RimWorld, now that's a game.
Have you seen this before?
No.
Well then.
Do you know anything about this?
Nope.
No, sorry.
But she will know something about the stolen... She's lying, has never seen the keyring, has never seen the business card. She might be. But it doesn't matter unless we can prove it, unfortunately. Has anyone commented about you harassing them? No. Fortunately, not yet. I don't suspect we have anything from her still. There's so much information and most of it is useless. It really does make you dig. That's interesting. How can he play guitar if he has arthritis? I guess with the painkillers, it's not a big deal. He only has trouble holding small things with his right hand. He does really suck, and maybe that's why. Maybe we shouldn't make fun of his playing for that. I just don't like the guy.
That's all for the moment. Thank you.
Now, we can call the dad out maybe on some things. Well, Robin, he claimed he had it in his hands. His dad claimed
A few more
that he
questions,
pulled his
if you don't
back.
mind.
So there's a mix-up there on what's what.
Do you know who this is? Dean Hayfield.
Inspector
Aztec.
Gadget, I wish. That
Sorry,
dude's a
no,
fucking
no.
bionicle.
We have some prisoner of a sort who does our
Some
IT.
prisoner sort.
Large guy. No manners.
Seen this before anywhere?
No.
Let me just pull out one of the other hundreds of items I'm carrying around with
What do
me.
you know about Simon's laptop being stolen from Atlas?
No, I wasn't happy about it.
What did you do about it?
Ryan paid a con man to install a complicated CCTV system.
Does that mean an ex-con?
Twice the price.
I took that as
cost.
they've got him,
Seemed to
like,
do the trick, though.
as a
I don't
prisoner
think it makes sense.
doing their work for them. As in paying them like nothing. But maybe I misinterpreted it. Not happy about the theft. This is not going to get me anything, but I'm going to do it anyway. Ooh, I can't hit him on it either. Alright, well, never mind. I thought it would be fun to point out that he stole things as a joke and someone else actually stole shit. A CCTV, no thefts have happened since. And I can't call him on his theft. Wouldn't make any sense there anyway. There's the back pool.
Be back later on, if that's okay.
Oh, definitely metal, definitely. I would assume it comes down to how you manage it. Like there's ways you can keep your hands in shape. Oh shit, didn't mean to go back.
A couple more questions, if that's okay.
Like you definitely want to make sure,
Thank you.
after you've done all those repetitive motions, you try and stretch them out in different ways. Do your best to combat it. And some people just genetically get fucked over on it too.
A few more questions, please. Thank you.
Oh, thank goodness we can ask Jason? James?
Recognize this at all?
No.
Yeah, he fixed my laptop.
Oh.
Does he live locally?
I think so.
Oh. So how did you get in contact with him?
Seen this before?
Don't think so.
And dead ends galore again. Fucking James.
Thank you. Probably be back later.
They had phones, so I guess they could have called them and had them come pick it up. Ah, yes, the business card. I wonder if I can go call the chief and then use the card in there. I would doubt it. I think it just auto-connects here.
Still calling, Jenks?
Yes, Chief, afraid so. Got a bit more news. Apparently the prescription I found does belong to Ryan. It's for his arthritis.
Arthritis? Ryan? Has he told you this, or...?
He explained it, yeah. It seemed genuine enough. Although it's impossible to tell with Ryan.
Well, keep at him. You need to find out who's taking it, when they're taking it, and where they're taking it. You're getting closer, though, Jenks. Keep it up.
Thanks, Chief.
Bye-bye.
Okay, so he's pointing out that we should talk to Ryan some more. I'd still be keen on calling the business card. As to use? Nope. Oh, God, get me out of here. For a game that they spent so much time recording, they did such a piss-poor job with the menus. I'm assuming the guys that made this probably are more storytelling oriented, less gaming oriented. All right, Ryan, you're going back on the fryer. We gotta pin the drugs on him somehow. Arthritis in hand. Let's try the guitars. Maybe that will spur something on. Has no interest in drugs. Well, he's told us he doesn't keep him on site. Has no interest in drugs. But he takes a prescription, that's a drug. Oh, keeps painkillers at work and home. But also doesn't allow drugs or alcohol on premise. If that doesn't keep any on site, which is his work. Bingo.
So, you don't keep any medicines on site at Atlas?
No,
Except your prescription painkillers.
Whoopsie doodle.
These are not available to the students.
But they are kept on site.
Yes, but they're locked away. They're kept in the storeroom. Nobody would have access.
You're sure about
Except.
that?
Absolutely sure.
And what are the painkillers, Ryan?
They're painkillers. Just painkillers. Normal painkillers.
Paracetamol, codeine, morphine.
Well, all right, they're morphine tablets, yes.
Oh, why he mad though?
Come on, Inspector. I know what you're thinking, but there's no way Kate could have had access to them.
Because they're in the storeroom.
Well, not just that. She wouldn't have even known about them, or where they were.
Sure about that?
Yes.
So it is morphine Ryan's taking. The pieces are starting to come together.
They
Now
are?
I
I'm
just
glad
have to
they are
work
for
out
you.
how Kate got hold of it. If it was Ryan's morphine she got hold of course.
Ah, okay, interesting. I wonder if he has another thing, or if maybe that'll open up the next piece. Contents of the cupboard, the long rock. Is Kate in the big house? Kate's dead. She's the person we're here investigating. That's Kate Vine. Hey, Red Wolf, what's up, man? Kate was drunk, enjoyed the course, appeared happy. Maybe she was happy because of all the morphine she was taking. I want to know more about the storeroom. Yo, good day to you, Vane. Yeah, we're carrying a lot of stuff around in our backpack. Basically, you have to connect Kate having morphine in her system to Ryan's... Oh, did she have? Shoot, I don't remember the intro, but the intro probably pointed that out, right?
Thank you. Probably be back later.
A is supposed to show you suspect details. You probably only see them here. Is it a super shoulder storage coat like Gabriel Knight? You're darn tootin'. More of a pocket dimension, though, in this case. Since we don't see the huge fucking shoulders, unfortunately. I'm just hoping Gabriel wears the same jacket in the first game. I know Tim Curry's in it. I'm very excited for him. And Mark Hamill, I think?
Just a few more questions, if you don't mind.
Storeroom isn't particularly secure. Keeps morphine in secure storeroom. There we go.
Aha. So the storeroom isn't particularly secure, yet you keep your morphine tablets in there. I thought you said no one could get access to the morphine, but they
I'd
could
love that, Rose.
quite easily, couldn't they, Ryan?
I didn't mean that storeroom.
Gabriel
I meant a
Knight
different
level of
storeroom. I keep
nonsense.
them in there.
In a game like
Okay.
this.
So where was it locked up?
It's upstairs. It's got a combination. lock
Ender's
on it.
chest,
Nobody
what's that all
could have
about?
access to it except me and Dad. Nobody.
I might have a look at that if you don't mind.
Don't mind at all.
A combination locked room, I see. Well, I might have a look around for that. See how secure and combination locked it really is.
That means we're gonna have to try 420, 69, 69, and 666 and see which one does it. But there's literally nothing here. How am I it does look pretty secure, if we're being honest. But wait. There's a pin on the back of the Aztec card. Gotcha. Like a glove.
Welcome to the mirror room.
Oh,
This
Jesus
exercise
Christ.
is all about identifying the difference between the image one presents to the world and one's real self, which
Oh, I
lies
remember,
deep
don't worry.
in our unconscious.
Where's GoldenEye.wave? I don't know, the game didn't play it, Vane.
Practice seeing yourself as a stranger. The more you separate from your persona, the more aware you will become of your true desires and ambitions. Chant with us. I am free from my image.
That's a cult.
I am free from my past.
That's a cult.
I am free from myself.
It's a cult.
I am free from my image. I am free from my past. I am free from myself. I am free from
Oh yeah,
my image.
definitely a cult.
Free from my past. I am free from myself.
And somebody turn this crap
This
off.
exercise involves the use of liberation masks.
I think we need
You have
Tectonics
now
pump the
completed
jam in
Module
here.
1. Module 2 covers boundary testing, threshold testing, and
You free from
extreme
McRib?
testing.
No, I made 2 today.
Please
They were
read the notes
delicious.
carefully
Homemade
before
BBQ
attempting the
sauce.
module.
Well, this is a freaky deaky ass room. Oh, we got plenty of them, Wolf. If you like this, there is a fair chance that you might enjoy Tex Murphy as well. We played
Ask about a
the
few more things, please.
first-ish Tex Murphy game in January. And that game was a hoot. It was way more point-and-click style, but same kind of premise.
Can you tell me what you know about the mirror room upstairs?
Oh, you found that then? Well, it's very similar to the costumes, Inspector. It's designed to help the students look at themselves differently.
And what do you do with the mirrors?
You look at yourself, Inspector. You look at yourself until you start seeing yourself as others do. And you don't see yourself as you do anymore. It really, the idea is that you can see yourself eventually any way you wish.
So why in a locked room?
To make sure you're not distracted, that's all.
How often is it used?
Not often, a few times a month. Some students find it useful, some don't.
They'd probably find it much more useful on a very heavy dosage of marijuana. Destroying that id. Room locked so students aren't distracted. Mirror room used by students. I'm curious if something could tie in with the mirror. Nothing supernatural. He's very, very careful. So who's the number one suspect? Obviously this fuck. He's an absolute clown. But maybe he's too dumb to have actually killed anybody. That might be all from him for now. And now we can use the mirror room on someone else. I'm curious too, because we were supposed to find the morphine room up there, but I couldn't even find it. Used by students, but... Doesn't keep any medicine. So we called that out. I didn't update it. Keeps morphine in a locked room upstairs. I can try
That's
some
all
other stuff with the
flowing,
mirror
thank you.
room. I think that's all up there. I'll double check. Used by students? Yeah. Yeah, that's probably it.
That's okay.
Weird, because there's so many options right now. I'm kind of getting all over the place. Mirror room used a few times a month. But keeps the morphine in a locked room. I don't think they're one of the same. I mean, that's a possibility, Diamond Doge. After seeing this guy, though, for a while, I just can't believe it to be true. He'd have to be some kind of super genius to pull off this idiot facade. That's what I was thinking,
later on,
but
if
there were no
that's
other
okay.
options for the secure room. I was gonna head up here and see. Maybe we can go back in and find something else. Maybe I didn't find the safe. Anything to use in here? Screwdriver, key up some of these mirrors. Scrying orb. All right, let's use the packet of drugs. Yo, BGR, what's going on, my man? I bet though with that mirror we can our mirror room we can do something with the scrying mirror on somebody else. You punch in a different code, it takes you to Narnia. That'd be a hell of a way to handle this. It's like one of those Japanese garages where you punch in a different number, you get a different garage door. It like rotates the car around, like a big vending machine. Who had that pin? Yep, that's where we're headed. Curious, God, he's got me again. Locked into the fucking Atlas. Red Wolf Gold for what appears to be a fake pyramid, and 2 people fell for it. I knew, obviously, from the start. Tokyo Drift fan confirmed. Guilty.
A few more questions, please.
Love the Teriyaki Boys.
Do you know about the mirror room at Atlas?
Mirror room. No, I heard about it, but I think it was only for the students that run the course. Something like that.
Likely story, Duke. Demonstrates how to use it. Nothing there. What's going on, Max? Welcome, welcome. She might be being legit. Only went once. Later course, heard about it. I don't think so. I think she's clean, but James probably Simon probably knows something.
Be back later. Do you know about the mirror room at Atlas?
The Muffin Man?
Yeah.
What's it used for?
Well, it's mainly for the auto-hypnosis.
Yeah, you'd think so.
module.
Oh.
You go in and you stare into the mirror and you go into a trance.
Auto hypnosis
And when you're
confirmed.
ready, you come back out.
So you just go in whenever you want to?
Oh, no. There's certain times when you're allowed
You know, the
in,
Muffin Man, never heard of
and,
him.
Only they know the combinations anyway, so you can't really get in.
You
Only-
don't have a combination.
No.
Oh. This guy is such a fucking clown. Maybe Atlas is actually like a primer for Barnum and Bailey's circus? Because he just sells himself down over and over again.
Aha. So you didn't know the combination to the locked mirror room?
Nope.
Except you'd written it down, hadn't you? This is the
Whoopsie
combination
doodle.
to the mirror room, Simon, that you wrote. It isn't a pin, it's a combination.
Yeah.
You see, this sort of thing makes me suspicious, Simon.
It's because it is
What were
suspicious.
you doing in there that you didn't want anyone, including
Summoning
me,
demons!
to find out?
He's summoning demons in the mirror.
Just part of the course, isn't it? I just wanted to go in there when I was ready.
On your own? You didn't give the number to anyone else?
No.
Simon, there was morphine kept in that room that might have played a part in Kate Vine's death. Did Kate have the number?
Yes, okay. We both went in.
Together?
We were trying to outdo each other. We both tried to morph in.
What do you
Oh,
mean trying to
baby.
outdo each other?
It's part of the course. To see how far you can push yourself. To see if you could do something you wouldn't normally do.
When was this?
A few months ago?
How often did you try it?
Only that once. I'd never do it again.
How about Kate?
I don't know. Sorry.
Ooh, 1 hour to solve the case before the game
That's how
turns
Kate
into a
got
giant
morphine.
pumpkin.
But what exactly does this testing involve? Could this have been what killed Kate? 11 o'clock. Just an hour left to solve this thing.
That must mean we're getting towards the end of the game. Yeah, that's definitely a blue filter. It's not even nighttime. Look at that. Well, well, well. I don't suspect they're up here. We might just have to question him about the package. Oh, but I'm glad we came in here. The Blue Man Cult. Wait a minute. Huh.
So James is interested in poppy pods, is he?
Oh, is that what a poppy pod looks like? And poppy pods make opium, right? Or opioids, I guess, in general, like morphine? Is that true? That one's a guess. I know they make opium. Correct, okay. It all comes together. James is the killer. He's peddling his drugs. You'd think he'd keep him in a more secure location. Imagine how much that shit would cost. James, you got some splaining to do.
What can you tell me about several boxes of dried poppy pods in the greenhouse back there?
Oh.
Feel free to take some if you want.
What are they for, James?
Can you really, Metal? That's hilarious.
Why?
Decoration.
And you get high off of the poppy seeds.
Big market for them among the over 70s.
So what are you doing with them?
Selling them.
I'm over 70.
Okay, James. Let's
Oh,
just
but you
cut
said
to
you
the
don't
chase.
sell
Are
things.
you extracting opium from them?
Me? I can honestly say I've never done anything like that, Inspector.
James, you are full of shit.
Scout's honor.
And who was the guy?
I bet he wasn't even a scout or in the chess club.
A friend. Someone gave them to him. He asked me if I wanted them. I said I'd have a look and see if I liked them.
You just thought you'd have a look. No
At
particular
drugs.
reason.
I'm a plant scientist. That's what I do.
Have you ever sold them to anyone else?
I only got them a few minutes ago.
In the past. You know Kate's body had opium in the blood when it was found.
No, I didn't. Hey, that's nothing to do with me.
It's looking pretty suspicious all of a sudden. Selling odds to pensioners. But... wait just a minute, he never sells things. He promised he never sells things. Never mind, he sold salvia to Liam, so I guess he does. Doesn't grow any, that's true. Doesn't sell mirrors for profit, right. For some reason I was lopping that all together. Beautiful floral arrangements. They're ugly, too. That's what I've been hearing, Dingus. Is there something about the tea? I don't think so. We can look. Traded his herbal and says Simon's homebrew is very strong. Simon being the pretty boy. He went into the mirror room. Salvia for meditation. Doesn't grow any other drugs, but he's not growing these. He's never extracted opium. Used for decoration. It can probably be consumed through tea. That wouldn't surprise me. Most things can. Hey, Mage Maroon, what's up, man? We've got some new topics to ask about either way. I think he's clean. I mean, he's not clean, but I don't think he's lying to anything that I can catch him on right
That's
now.
it for the time being, thank you.
I think it's reasonable, Duke. But in this game, you need a particular set of data in order to call someone out.
A few more questions, if you don't
Like,
mind.
it's got to be one of these books, basically, to call someone out on it.
Can you tell me about the room with the mirrors at Atlas? The one with the combination lock?
How did you get in there?
I was given the code for the combination.
By Ryan?
Well, nobody else is allowed to know the code, are they?
And not in theory.
So how's the room used on the course, then?
It's a meditation room where the students can reflect on themselves, literally.
And what about the CD?
Well, that helps too. It's part of the program.
So you send the students into
It's the
room,
program
they
to
put
program
CD
them.
on, they stare into the mirrors. And how long does this last for?
Until the CD finishes or they fall asleep. What else would you like to know?
Nobody allowed to know the combination. I have nothing I can call him on. Mirror room used for meditation. CD in mirror room used on the course. Okay.
What do you know about poppy pods?
Poppy pod?
Ever come across anyone selling them, using them?
No.
Okay, then. Yeah, I don't think... Oh, hold on. Auto hips is not used on course anymore. Hold up. No, he did. I guess he didn't admit that it's self hypnosis. Not possible to force. Believes Atlas were devil worshippers. Not used on the course. Did I get the wrong thing? Yeah, I guess the wording's just not good enough there. Well, I guess the CD is used on the course. As part of the course. Maybe it needs that keyword. No, okay. Yeah, I know he didn't. Somebody else did, so I can't call him on that.
Thank you. Probably
I
be
figured
back
it was
later.
worth a try. This game is pretty good for the most part with its callouts. But I'm used to all the other point-and-click games where you have to use moon logic to try and figure bullshit out.
A few more questions, if you don't mind.
Do you know anything about a locked room at Atlas with mirrors in it?
Not off the top of my head, no. I think that's a question for Ryan.
I don't like her. She looks like she's got too many things that she knows.
What do you know
But doesn't
about
let out.
poppy pods?
Go on.
Ever come across anyone trying to sell them or anything like that? Maybe even in here?
Not that I remember.
Don't know anything. Never seen anyone selling or buying. And again, don't think there's anything to call that on. We know there's kind of a contradiction here, but not that we can prove directly based on their own conversations.
That's all for the moment. Thank you.
Double check back here, too. Nada. Another empty bar. Keep sniffing. We will. We'll get to the bottom of it one way or another. I might have to go back and forth on these mean cold streets 1,000 times, and we'll get it.
Strange question. Have you ever known of anyone selling dried poppy pods?
Poppy pods? Don't think so. Isn't that opium?
Kind of. It's okay.
Kind of. Ooh. Hey, Maverick, thank you for the raid, and welcome to the Raiders. How you guys doing tonight?
Be back later on, if that's okay.
Odd question, but have you ever seen anyone handling dried poppy pods?
Poppy pods?
Yo, what's good,
As in,
Maverick?
For opium? No. Though James did have opium tea.
Where did he get it from?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't ask. James does his own thing.
What does opium tea taste like?
I don't know. I didn't try it.
Really?
I didn't want to risk it, did I? But I went to hospital once. I had codeine, and I went into anaphylactic shock. The doctor said it was an opium derivative, apparently, so...
Interesting. Every single suspect seems to have absolutely nowhere to go for the entire duration of this investigation. Yeah, it's usually just one person that seems to be in on that particular thing. Is allergic to opiates. What about the brewing thing, though? Makes his own home brew. Tried selling it. Okay, it said somewhere, and maybe it was on James's, that he traded it for the tea. Once drank opium tea. Well, he said he did do it for the trade, probably. Doesn't know anything about the pods. Yeah, you can be allergic to it. That'd be a shitty way to find out. Yeah, I know it's James, not him, but James traded him the tea, according to James, not this guy, for the beer. So there's no way that I can tie it. And even so, oh, I see what you're saying. James once drank it. He's not James. Okay, never mind. Well, that makes it more suspicious. Because he definitely said that he traded it with this dude. But if he's allergic, that wouldn't make sense. Maybe James is bullshit and James is a fucking clown. Simon allergic to opiates, but took morphine in the mirror. Ah.
Aha.
You
Whoopsie
and
doodle.
Kate took morphine in the mirror room. That's what you said, isn't it?
Yeah.
But you're allergic to opiates, Simon. Opium. You didn't take the morphine at all, did you?
Well, no, I didn't. Kate did, though.
I thought you were trying to outdo each other. That was the point, wasn't it?
Why would you tell me you did opium if you didn't?
We weren't trying to outdo each other as such.
Go on.
We're just trying to do each other.
Ryan wanted me to test Kate. To see how far she would go to be prime candidate.
The fuck is a prime candidate?
Prime candidate. It means the best person.
No,
in the
both
group
him and his girlfriend / wife are
We do
really
in pairs.
terrible at this shit.
One person's the tester, it's me. And the other person's the...
Victim.
Well, it's not like that.
Victim.
It's completely consensual. It's just boundary testing. Ryan wanted me to test Kate.
Because they thought she was the best student.
Well, maybe. I don't know. I just did what I was told, okay?
Except you decided to give her morphine. To break the law.
Things are getting
Well,
serial
I can't change
now.
that now, can I? She didn't die of a morphine overdose, did she?
She died because she drowned. But she drowned for reasons that aren't clear.
But you know what
Atlas
is
seem to have
clear?
this all neatly
Morphine.
worked out. If Simon's telling the truth, Atlas are lighting the fuse and then retiring to a safe distance, letting students test themselves and push themselves to their limits while avoiding all comeback. Is this what happened to Kate?
And maybe last year with Liam as well?
Okay, that's it for now. Thank you.
Do you know what a prime candidate is at Atlas?
Yes, it's what every student wants to be. It's the best student. Apparently you get a great high
She still has the crazy eyes.
I don't think that really happens, though.
Did you know anyone in the running to be prime candidate?
What, like Simon? I don't think they picked Simon, to be honest. Well, he's got too many morals, and you can't have both at Atlas.
Hey, Drag, what's up, man? Knows about the candidate. Didn't think Simon was. Believe morals are incompatible with Atlas. Well, that's not wrong. Doing great, thank you, Drag. They haven't discovered the alien connection yet. This isn't over. We've got demons and devil worship, but we don't have aliens.
Thank you.
That's a rather large plot hole, if you ask me. Back to Blue Filter. I assume going and confronting Ryan is the ultimate goal here. So I just like to double check with everybody else first, then we can get as much information as possible.
A few more questions, please. Thank you.
It is Goose, yeah, without a doubt.
Do you know what a
I
prime
assume they just couldn't
candidate
afford to
is?
reshoot everything.
It's the best student.
And what does that mean?
It means they get a guaranteed job with a very good salary. Well, that's the idea anyway.
But
Mostly they aren't up to it.
what happens then?
They get sacked.
What do you mean sacked? Like put in a potato sack and beat to death? Yo, Infinite, welcome to you. Game with $8,000? Yeah, no, I don't blame them. I think they did a great job with the budget they had.
Thank you. Probably be back later.
Not to mention, you would also want to capture like the exact same scene from the exact same angle. And if the camera lens was just a little bit off, you know, they'd have to leave the camera there in basically the same spot to get the perfect picture. I guess they could crop it and make it close, but it'd look funky if things changed. Yo, Danger, what's up, man?
Ask you a couple more things, please.
What are prime candidates?
The best of the bunch. The peaches.
Not big on
so
peaches.
What does it mean to be a prime candidate?
Success. We have a special relationship with many major international companies. We provide them with our best students. And they get an instant job.
And what do you get out of it?
Oh, it's a little kickback. It's just business, Inspector.
It's nothing personal. It's just business. I wonder if we can call him on the kickback or anything like that. I don't think so. I'm quite sure it's Ryan that's going to have what we need. The peaches. Peach. I could eat a peach for hours. I'd love to be able to get him on the arthritis thing, but I think that's a dead end. Hey, Scales, what's up, man? The most manipulative and moldable students are sold off to companies. Yeah. Which is kind of what they were saying they did, right? That's what James was afraid of. Or trying to prove that they're breaking people mentally and kind of deleting their personality and making them into business slaves.
That's
there's
all
anything
for the
here.
moment. Thank you.
Oh, it is Scales. This has been a good time. Yo, Plan, what's up, man? And we're back
Just
in
a
here.
few more questions, if you don't mind. Be back later on, if that's okay.
The Peaches song from the 90s? God damn it. Are we talking about
Ask
millions
about
of
a few more
peaches?
things. Thank you. Probably
Peaches
be
for
back
me?
later.
Billions of peaches. Peaches for free. You're amongst friends, Metal.
Couple more questions, if that's okay.
Whoop. Of course, James wouldn't know anything about this. James
that's
doesn't
it
know
for the
anything
time
about
being, thank
anything. Especially not plants. Or opium. Could call the chief, but he's usually just hints. So off to Ryan we go. Did Phil Collins write that one? He sure did. I wonder if our Phil Collins emote has been approved already, too. They were very quick last night with him. Try and keep moving forward while I refresh the page here and see if it's available. It doesn't look like it. Friday night and the Twitch staff is called off for the weekend.
A few more questions, please.
Now, tell me what a prime candidate is.
You're learning a lot, aren't you, Inspector? Prime candidates are simply the best students, the ones with the most potential.
And what benefits do they get from that?
Well, they get the top job.
Which is?
Yo, Fengard, thank you for the host,
we
man.
have a deal with various multinationals. We train students to be exceptional, truly exceptional. And they get
Best
a
of the best of the
wonderful
best with
top
honors.
job. It seems a very simple deal.
And how do you decide who the prime
Spying
candidate
on the
is?
Brits.
Do you test students?
So spying
Did
to
you
us? What the
ever,
fuck?
say, ask Simon to test Kate, for instance?
Oh, you've actually been speaking
doing
to
my
Simon,
job,
haven't you?
Vanguard.
I really wouldn't trust anything that Simon Thompson says. You know, he spent the best part of 2 months trying to undermine Kate. No. Now, Simon Thompson, it really isn't my place to speculate, but if you're looking for motives, Inspector, he certainly had a few motives. More than I.
A motive to kill her, do you mean?
Oh.
Well, that's very interesting, Inspector. Well, that's up to you to decide.
It sounds like you've already decided, though. Students aren't tested. Well, that's rather interesting, because some ways back, didn't he say... Where is it at? There's literally an aptitude test right there. I think there's another one. And so it prompted them to introduce an aptitude test. Fuck, not that kind of test. Okay, never mind. They aren't tested on this sort. Wait, what? Can I hear that again?
Thank you. Probably be back later.
No! Why does the A button always fool me? Right. Different kind of test. All right.
A couple more things, please.
I'm trying to undermine Kate. Students aren't tested. Never ask Simon to test Kate. Prime candidates get good jobs. Oh, we didn't ask about the pods
Know
either.
anything about poppy pods? Come across anyone selling them or anything?
Poppy pods. Well, don't tell anyone, Inspector, but I hear that you can make opium out of those. Why do you ask?
Doesn't matter.
Damn. So he knows, but he's never seen anyone selling them. That might actually be it from him. A lot of information under this bit, though. Never asked Simon to test Kate. He tried to pin the motive on him. What else we got? IT thing is a dead end, I think. The arthritis thing still drives me insane because we know it's not true, but it's irrelevant. No, nothing there. Yo, Ren, how's it been, man? Who in the heck is David Tennant? Maybe it's something with Simon. We already got something out of Simon. We could go for the double kill, though. Oh, Doctor Who, okay. Who's asking? Waka waka. Hey, Gallica, what's up? The 10th one, that's a lot of Who. Trying to pin something under this, so, And it may not even be here. I could go confirm who my target is by trying to talk to the police chief, if he even tells me anything. Like I don't know what Maru-chan is. Come on, Gallico, I watch anime. Maybe he's clean. Oh, it's fantastic. Thank you, Ragnar.
That's all for the moment. Thank you.
Yeah, let's try the police chief. Well, okay, let's hit Simon first. God damn it, since Simon has a motive. I don't think anything will show up, though. So even though we've got questions to ask him, there's no new questions to compare with.
A few more questions, if you don't mind.
Mm-hmm. Only took the morphine. Nah, man, we called him. He should be clean. We got prime candidate out of him, and there's nothing to compare on that, so that should be good. It's gotta be Ryan. It has to be. He even gave us new information on it. Mm-hmm. I'll try him out anyway, if I can ever get locked out here. You know what? We've never actually found anything down at the village hall. And yet, it's not true. There were some keys down there, but you'd think for an area that has its own little section like that, there'd be more. There's also a post office marked here. No dice on that. Chief coming up with quite a bit.
Jenks, tell me what you know first, but this time I've got something to tell you.
Really?
Oh.
Well, what I found out is that Simon was asked by Ryan to test Kate to see if she was good enough to become prime candidate.
Prime what?
Prime candidate. It's the best of the bunch. The best Atlas student.
The best of the best of the best, with
It's
honors.
an instant
Sir.
job on a fantastic salary as soon as they leave the course.
And how do they work out who's the best of the bunch?
That's what I'm trying to work out.
Well, that's very interesting. I'll tell you what I know, shall I? That name they used to trade under, Third Eye. Turns out they were investigated 3 years ago over an allegation of physical abuse. Torture, Jenks.
Torture?
Witness had puncture marks through both her hands.
Holy shit.
Charged?
There was nothing to charge them with. The witness inflicted the wounds herself. Witness said it was something called threshold testing, whatever that means. Go figure, as they say in America.
Can I ask the Rands about this?
Well, there's no point. They won't tell you anything, and it'll just put them on the defensive. Just keep chipping away at them. Try and find out what this testing involves. That's the best thing. Get something on them, and you'll be in a better position.
Right. Thank you, Chief.
All right, holler, holler, get dollar, Chief. Remember the radio, aka the cult playing the music. Remember the radio? Are you talking about up in the mirror room? I can always check out that room again.
A few more questions, if you don't mind.
Yeah, and James not gonna have anything for us here. God, he hasn't been useful for the second half of the game. Yo, it's much harder to find those scars, Rose. It was a sloppy first attempt at a cult, that's for sure.
Okay, that's it for now. Thank you.
So keep chipping away at the Rands. Maybe that means talk to Papa. Get a new piece of evidence to hit the sun with. It's only game overs for me, those scales. Otherwise, I'd have to count everyone I crush under my heel.
Couple more questions, if that's okay.
Whoop. Best students, get jobs, receives paybacks. Nobody allowed to know the code. I wonder if I could somehow get Ryan to tell me how Simon got the code. I'm also curious about their IT guy. And the cleaning dude that fucking stole... What did he even steal from me? The CD from me. They kind of played that off as it was his job to keep it safe. Yeah, I actually thought I'd turned the death counter off. I don't know, it came back on. Although sometimes you can die in these games. You know, people always make comment about that too. Like with Phantasmagoria, You can't actually die in that game until the final sequence. That said, I don't believe you can in this one. Check these side rooms again. Never know what you're gonna find. Pokemon Snap, that was a tragic tale, Mage. Not many were around to see that glitch. Yeah, nothing good. Who would have thought the safety devices would create a giant metal tomb for the poor traveler? As it tipped off the bridge, fell into the water, and he sunk down to the bottom of the abyss. Mm-hmm. Come on, tell me there's something new in here. Don't bullshit me. Alright, well, it's gotta be something with Ryan.
A few more questions, please. Thank you.
Alright. Never ask Simon to test Kate. I get the feeling it's gotta be around that. Or Simon had been trying to undermine Kate. What can we tie those together with, though? Mm-hmm. 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 A bow is a great thing for tying things together? It sure is. And it looks pretty, too. I always feel bad about ripping them off of presents, though. I would doubt it would be something like this. You got our next big game. Oh boy, here we go. Trying to undermine or trying to test. Never asked him to test Cade. Simon said that they were that it was the prime candidate, right? That's the disconnect. Simon was saying that Ryan asked him to pressure Kate to see if she was good for prime candidate. He is saying that was not the case. Things back here almost feel too old. Aren't coerced or bribed in any way. They're being phased out. Well, that's interesting. But he doesn't consider the mirror room auto-hypnosis. Alright, if anybody knows what we're supposed to do, I just want to know if this is actually our guy, or if there's somebody else that has something we need, and who that person would be. ECT machines, what the fuck is that? James never came to a meeting. Don't you find it odd that everywhere the tracks run in Pokemon Snap, there just happens to be a Pokemon? They aren't free. It's like Jurassic Park, yeah. I said we make Pokemon Snap, but everything goes wrong. It turns into Jurassic Park, and the Pokemon start eating the guests. Electroconvulsion therapy? I could see that being it. Give him the shocker. Cat pictures, huh? You know, it's been a while since I've looked at some cat pictures. They might boost my spirits. Oh, yep, I think I see. Is that Azkika sending me pictures of cats? Unbelievable, this guy. In the middle of my stream, he knows I shouldn't be clicking these. but I can't say no. Okay, that's good. Okay, something is missing for sure, if this is to be believed. I don't know if this is right or not. Either way, I know whatever I need is on this character now. So what did I miss? Everything. Follow your heart? I hope my heart knows. So prime candidates got a good job. Best students become prime candidates. The auto hypnosis things. I'm really stuck on those. Follow your brain, but listen to your heart. Now there's better advice. Oh, no, Mitra. How's it going? The game is actually 8 to 10 hours, I believe. You can check on how long to beat. I initially said about 4 hours, though. I don't know where I got that number from. But I double-checked after it was pointed out, and correct. What I usually do, Ono, before I pick games, I list out a bunch I want to play. And I chart out the time so I can... Oh, here we go. Hold on, think about it. They're not bribed, but they do get a good job. That sounds like a bribe to me. No? Never mind. Prime... Fuck. I'm thinking Kate needed money, so if this was a way for her to get money, she'd go ham. But yeah, trying to get the times down, and oftentimes I'll have 5 or 6 games I'm thinking about. Ooh, Sator Deletors, welcome to you. Big old primed fuck, it's the no Warframe coming out. Prime candidates get a good job. Ryan said the students aren't coerced or bribed in any way. I could be misremembering. I'm kind of seeing that as a little bit of a bribe. Say, what about Warframe? Hey, Peck, how's it going? Just keeping it prime, you know what I'm saying? You talk to Simon and ask about the undermining. I don't think I have the option to do that. There's not a book for it. How do they find them? Okay, best students and students aren't tested. Yeah, I mean, they have to be tested in some way. Never asked Simon to test Kate, but students aren't tested. I feel like we've got the pieces, it's just not quite connecting together. Hey, Washa, welcome. Streamer economy's getting rough if they're drowning each other for prime subs. Oh my god. Ree! What was the other one we were looking at? the hypnosis one, are being phased out. I feel like this should be a thing. Maybe I'm crazy. Oh my goodness. What a cough this is. There's something I think I'm missing. I'm quite sure I'm missing something. In fact, I know I am. Let me see something real fast. Is there a search for this function? Whoop. The answer, well, okay. I'm staring into this cat picture's eyes. No. Oh, here we go. Okay, all right. We're closing that down. Yeah, I'm missing something crucial here. That's why. We're in the right area, but there's a missing piece of the pie. So let's go forward and go to the clearing real fast.
Just keep pushing.
What the?
Just keep pushing.
The fuck? Oh God! Oh God!
You can push it all the way in, Tom, if you want to.
Jesus Christ! Oh my God!
Excellent, Tom.
Excuse me. Would someone care to tell me exactly
Stick
what's going
around.
on here?
Don't come any closer.
That man needs a doctor.
No, he doesn't.
I don't need a doctor. I'm fine. Go away.
I don't know. You got a hole in your hand.
A test
of what?
What does
Yo,
it
Rest,
look
what's
like?
up, man? Yeah,
It's a
really.
threshold test. A pain threshold test.
I thought students
thought,
weren't tested.
You were supposed to be good at working
Yo,
things
Louise,
out.
good day.
Inspector
Funny accent. It's a European
James.
accent. Quite
And
standard.
so this would be for Atlas, would it? Kyle?
You disappear now.
It's not a good idea to
Oh,
talk
it's
to
that same
police
douche from
inspector
before.
like
Do you want me to make you?
It's hard to
It's
tell with
okay,
him being 30% more blue.
Mr. Jenks won't be bothering us anymore.
Don't make any rush commitments.
Uh-huh.
Well. You really should take more care of your things, Ryan. Is your keys, Kyle?
Why did you just give them to him? Oh. God, this fucking Kyle guy. You think Kyle's the one who
that's
mugged us? It's
threshold
possible.
Testing, is it? Sticking a skewer through your hand? I could
Oh,
just
no,
ask
thank you.
Ryan or Paul directly about this, but I think I'll bide my time. See what I can do with this key fob first.
Fob. Is that really what they're called? Fob is such a funny word. I'd call it like a clicker. Or a beeper. Or a remote. Fob.
Ask you a couple more things, please. That's all for the moment, thank you.
A dongle. I don't like dongle. I don't doubt that that's what it's called. It just sounds weird. The word fob is believed to have been originated from watch fobs, which existed as early as 1888. The fob refers to an ornament attached to a pocket watch or keychain keychains, remote control car starters, garage door openers, and keyless entry devices on hotel room doors are called
See how he
fobs.
explains this one.
Well, now we know. And of course, you'd learn it from Fallout 2. There you go. An envelope containing a check for $500 for Kate. Busted. All right, guys, give me just a minute. I'm going to grab some water, and then we're going to go back and lay down the law on this Ryan guy. Yeah, he's kind of just gone wherever he's liked, Hollow. He doesn't play by the rules. He's going to get to the bottom of the case, no matter what. Yo, how's it going, brother? If Kate was a professional assassin, she got rubbed out then, mafia style. All right, we know where we're going with this. I could ask everybody about it, but I think we know. Into the Arbitium. A little arbiting.
Just a few more questions, if you don't mind.
And what do you know about this $500 picture of a check?
Would you like to explain what this is, please, Ryan? £500 intended for Kate. It fell out of your car. At least I assume that's your car on the driveway.
It fell out of it. Oh my God.
So why were you going to give Kate £500, Ryan?
It was just a little incentive, that's all.
Incentive, there's the I word.
Not very little, Ryan. £500.
She was a very good student. We heard that she was leaving. We wanted to give her something.
But you didn't.
Well, obviously not.
Are you sure there wasn't any other reason you might want to give her this? Personal reason?
No!
Like a British Ernest. Oh God, he is.
If you don't mind.
Well, don't consider it a bribe.
Detective Inspector Jenks goes to the zoo. Yeah, I'm not sure time. Is 6:50 okay? Okay, now that we got him with that, students aren't tested. Very good job. Where is it? I probably skipped over it already. Been never asked. Students aren't tested. It's back a little ways. I was trying to hit it from. Jesus Christ, I lost it. I didn't think it was that far back. Students aren't tested. Very good job. On the card, not the arthritis. Shock, maybe it was a little ways in. Students aren't coerced or bribed. There we go.
Aha. So, students aren't coerced or bribed in any way, except Kate.
Well, she was
mean.
special.
You said you were going to give Kate the £500 as an incentive. That's coercion, isn't it?
I really don't think you could call it coercion, Inspector. It was an incentive, that's all, a little encouragement.
So, how often do you use incentives?
Okay, incentive is probably the wrong word. The money was just to see how Kate would respond. It was part of her assessment.
Assessment?
We have to assess
Or
students as they progress.
assassination.
We don't use conventional methods like sitting an exam or anything like that. People pay for this course per session. We have to know if they're committed or not.
So you're assessing their progress and testing their commitment?
Yes, we are. We have to.
And when
This
Kate
is a
wouldn't
business,
take it,
not a charity.
So
then we
Ryan's
got
claiming the
Pasty
money
Guy
was
with
part
an
of
even
Kate's
larger
assessment.
check.
And did this assessment also involve threshold testing, I wonder? Or was the money for something else?
Okay, had heard Kate wanted to leave Atlas. No ulterior motives for giving Kate the money. That I just do not believe. Heard Kate wanted to leave Atlas. Wasn't there one where it was like, you're free to go? Procession, not part of the course, are being phased out. Didn't I did one for not tested though, right? Students aren't tested. Yeah. Yeah, there was one with free to do what they like, but I have a feeling that wouldn't quite get it. I'll try it, but let me hit this one first. Yeah, gave to test and assess. There we are.
Aha. Well, which one is it, Ryan? Do you test students or not?
Well, some of them, yes.
Including Kate?
Yes.
Why was she being tested?
She was being tested because we wanted to see if she was good enough to become prime candidate, okay?
So Kate was
He spilled
in the
his
running
drink.
to be prime candidate.
Yes!
And did you ask Simon to test her?
Yes, I did. But I didn't ask him to do anything stupid. He knew it was against course rules.
How far did you ask him to push her?
I didn't ask him to push her. I asked him to test her. There's a huge difference.
Oh my god. Take a
If
deep
Simon
breath.
decided to give her too much caffeine or morphine or whatever, that's his responsibility. So if he did anything wrong, it was his own responsibility. He did it with his own mind and his own hand.
You just want to make sure you have a
had
peak
nothing
on your
to do with it.
microphone. Push the angry button.
Midnight, and still no suspect, unless you count everyone I've interviewed. It's no
What do you mean,
surprise
no
that Ryan wants
suspect?
to avoid any suggestion of being responsible for Kate's death, but I wonder if the man protests just a little too much.
Okay, well, I guess we'll head over to Simon and see? I don't know. Well, you know what, let's check all the dead spots real fast for searchables. Excusez-moi. Or better yet, we could call the chief. And somehow I end up back here. Oh, thank you, Lyra. Yeah, his mic was going nuts.
Ask about a few
Yo,
more things,
Satori,
please.
what's up, man?
Be back later on, if that's okay.
I want to go down here and see if anything opened up. Nothing. We'll try calling the chief and reporting in. Nothing. Abbey Farm, West Lane. We don't have any new items. The day shifted over, so we gotta be looking for a cutscene right now. I'm saying it's something with these guys. These guys have to have something for us. I think the natural thing would be to go talk to Simon, so we'll see if they set it up that way.
Okay? How do you think you'd have reacted if you'd found out that Kate had been chosen to be prime candidate?
Is that...
I haven't been behind
Was
the pub
she?
in a while.
I'm just asking how you think you'd react.
I don't know. I wouldn't react in any way, really. I'm not bothered. I don't think she was, though.
What makes you think that?
Well, it's just an impression I got. You know, she's a bit flaky, to be honest. She's just not really prime candidate material.
And from everything we heard, that's probably true. Like, they use a blue filter and add yellow filter to some of the windows. They did a good job with what they had. And for $8,000, it's a very solid and enjoyable game. Can we ask
Thank you.
everybody? Is this like a
Probably
full
be back
interview
later.
thing?
Do you know whether Kate was in the running to be prime candidate or not?
I don't, but I do think she would have been chosen just because she was, you know, Kate.
You didn't discuss it with Kate.
No.
That's right, BGR.
No, she never talked about this.
Didn't know Kate was the status. Thinks Kate would have been chosen. Kate didn't discuss the Atlas course. knows about it. Didn't think Simon would be. Believes morals are incompatible with Atlas. Did Kate have morals? I don't think there's any contradiction there. Didn't know about Kate's prime candidate status. He thinks Kate had no morals, so she'd be perfect then. That's not a contradiction, that's a confirmation. Okay. Oh, let's see what other people have to say.
Thank you.
Hey, Squilly, how's it hanging, bro? Is it a sex cult? No. The business cult, where they essentially brainwash or teach people to be moralist business individuals, and then they sell them off to big companies.
Few more questions,
Is blackmailing her
please.
after all? Guilty.
Did you know Kate Vine was a prime candidate?
No.
All right, I'll be seeing you then.
Thank you. Probably be back later. Ask you a couple more things, please.
Oh, we could ask about the check too.
Now, why do you think Ryan might want to give Kate a check for £500?
I've really no idea. Where did you find it?
Just outside.
You better ask him.
I
Do
did.
you think Ryan was interested romantically in Kate?
I know he has a weakness for blondes, but I didn't think it had gone so far as he's offering them cash.
Well, okay then.
Was Kate a prime candidate?
Well, as Ryan has probably already told you, yes, she was.
Did you ask Simon to test her?
Yes, it's company policy. Leaders don't get involved.
It has brown hair? Is that
Nobody
so?
knows the students better than they do, Inspector. It's much better.
What an odd thing to be. He already knows we know.
It isn't very professional to force students to test each other to the point where one of
Or
them gets
license.
killed
You know, I should have realized that, Lyra.
Students to do anything that they don't want.
I've been looking for something to connect with a license
So
for
you
a
don't
while.
force them into being tested.
No, we don't encourage anybody.
Although
to
we may
hurt
not
or
have the
offend
option
anybody else
to
here.
You don't use threshold testing.
select
for instance.
blonde.
No. If Simon Thompson went too far with Kate, that's his responsibility, not ours. He's the one you should be speaking to, if truth be told. I don't trust him myself.
Doesn't use threshold testing. Students not encouraged to hurt each other. Leaders get involved. Don't get involved in testing students. Kate was being tested. Okay. Nose was interested in blondes. Okay, because you point that out. I'd love to be able to point out to the picture and say, hey, but she's a brunette, not blonde. But there's nothing to call him on. I don't know. Is that Max going for a pyramid? The goose is loose. He says, no fucking way. Lyra cleans it up, sweeps it under the table. All right, well, there might be some other things that we can connect, though. So leaders don't get involved in testing students. We can't do anything about the stunt. Could be Satori. All about finding the right connection. And they give you a lot of dead ends, too. Given a well-paid job, receive kickbacks. It's actually super well crafted because they throw stuff like that at you that doesn't always necessarily mean, like, you know it's wrong, but there's no way you can call them on it. About the literal test you were given. I think that there are different kinds of tests, though. Like a background test, they're considering as something else. We could try. I tried that on the other guy. They can specifically say threshold testing. Get that one first. Don't use threshold. Couldn't handle course techniques. No, it doesn't look like it. Students not encouraged to hurt each other. That seems like it has to be BS. Didn't try to date. Kato trying to play him. There's so much stuff to scroll through at this point. It would be nice if they had a system where irrelevant information got crossed off, just to help keep it a little more limited. Well, then again, it's a detective game, so move that just comes with the turf. Hey, Jace, how's it going, man? Metal horns. I'm not sure what you're thinking of. This guy, the finger? Yeah. In fact, we got to see the main character do that a whole shitload at the start of the game.
That's all for the moment. Thank you.
Dude is still probably just casually chilling on his couch at midnight.
A few more
A little late to be going around. Yeah, James doesn't know fuck all. I forget if we went to the bar. But we definitely want to try and hit all the scenes for extra stuff since the timer just flipped over. Yeah, definitely Satori. I guess I'm more so just looking what makes a fun game. And it is fun, so. Anything new in the garden? Might be a good option, then, to allow you to mark clues as irrelevant. That might be fun. But then again, we could always not mark them off and think they're irrelevant. And then work under that assumption and be wrong. Like that bike one, I thought that was dead to rights. I thought that was done. And then boom, out of left field. Bike becomes relevant again. Boop. Oh, he is there.
Hello, Jenks. Yes, I'm still up. Thanks for asking.
Chief Ryan admitted that he asked Simon to test Kate to see if she was good enough to be prime candidate, but he's throwing it all back on Simon. Says it was up to Simon about how he went about testing her.
Very convenient. What does Paul say?
He pretty much backs Ryan up. He claims they don't do any threshold testing.
Well, that's a load of horse droppings. He knows you're onto him, Jenks, which means you're getting somewhere at last. It's only taken you until midnight, but well done nonetheless. Listen, call me back. I'm watching that old movie that Christopher Lee's only just turned up, so I'll be here for...
Oh, rest in pepperonis, Christopher Lee.
Call again.
Yeah, bye.
Got a name as Jenks, based on old 90s PC games. The Jenks. Like the question mark? Yeah, exactly. Like it's just something so that you can help remember. I know, Lyra. Big bummer. Just watching Attack of the Clones.
A few more questions, if you don't mind.
Nah, I think she's dead to rights.
Thank you.
Waiting for something new to happen up here. Any weird kids out here? How about in the clearing? Yeah, I think we just had to hit C or S, one of the two. And it brought him back out. It all comes back to Ryan. I gotta check all the spots first, though. You never know. I like the carpet on the stairs. It reminds me of a hotel. Very professional. Yeah, I've heard most of them, Arono. I've only played Blood Money myself, but that was a blast. Curious how the new games are. I think a new one just came out in like 2018, right? 16 maybe? All right, Ryan, we meet again. Wait, what? He's out and about? Well, now I'm confused and lost. Maybe he's at his car? I think Paul was really the only one then that I could hit. Doing more feet in there. He's got himself locked up real tight so I can see him. Oh yeah, my arthritis feels so much better. The out in the woods stabbing hands into trees. If he's drowning himself in the lake, there we go. I'm still caught up on this. Did I catch something with these? The auto hypnosis and the no testing things. Not used on the course. Did we get something new with this? It was... Oh, hold on a second. Whoops. Because that still felt like a test, didn't it? No. Remember, acclaim? Only by name. I don't remember what they've done. Hypnosis is a dead end. I fail to believe that. Why not upload Phil Stair on BTTV? It should be coming up in Twitch before too long. Oh gosh. Remember? Toki 8 remember? I don't think it's working yet. I have a feeling it probably won't pop up till Monday. But I remember. Oh, I remember, don't worry. How could I ever forget? It was the first time. The last time we ever met. Meditation. Oh, hold on a second. CD and mirror room used on the course. Don't get involved in the testing. Doesn't use threshold testing, because that's kind of what this is all around. Oh, there we go.
You say you don't endorse threshold testing, that's the phrase, isn't it?
Yes.
Except you do, Paul. Because you told me that the students use that CD in the mirror room. I've listened to that CD, and it very clearly mentions threshold testing. You keep batting this away, Paul. We don't really use hypnosis. The students aren't really tested, but I am this close to launching a full-scale investigation.
Look, we get a kickback from these students, and they have to be exceptional. Of course we have to test them. That doesn't mean we do anything illegal. What do you think?
Well, then why lie about it?
We don't like.
Well, that depends on how far
Maybe.
you push them, doesn't it?
Well, we certainly don't kill them. Nobody here wanted Kate dead.
I'm sure they didn't. But what do you expect, Paul, when you put students under that much pressure?
She was a very, very valuable
Under
student.
pressure.
She was worth a lot to the business.
And it feels
How much
alright.
would that be?
But if you really want to know, 50 grand.
Ooh.
She was worth 50 grand.
What's that, 60,000 US?
Of course we were selling her. You don't get this, do you? We make perfect employees. Month after month. That's all we do.
What do you mean, perfect employees?
What big business needs, Inspector, more than anything else, is none of this altruistic, goody-goody crap. What we look for is people with ambition, no ethics, push, greed is good, all right? We don't deal with all this comfort stuff. The survival of the fittest, that's all there is. There's no higher purpose, no big plan. There's nothing at the end of the rainbow, except what you have and you can enjoy in the here and now.
And what do you enjoy now, Paul?
Loads of money.
You're gonna have to excuse me, Inspector. I'm a very busy man. I've got work to do.
I'll see myself out.
Oh, that's very blue.
Lovely man, your father.
It almost looks like it's a bright day.
Shut the gate on your way out.
He's doing his level best to shut this place down. Get rid of him.
He's a policeman. We can't just...
You saw this, Ryan. You man.
Damn, Jenks getting in trouble.
Tonight.
Wouldn't 500 be a really lowball offer? So they were bribing her to stay in the course. So, I don't know. I mean,
That doesn't sound good.
I think they were just giving her a little
Morally
incentive to stick
bankrupt men
around.
are plotting to get rid of me. It's midnight. I don't have any backup, and I don't even have a mobile phone. This is potentially
mobile?
quite bad. And what's Kyle got to do with it? I think I might make my way over to Atlas while Ryan isn't there. Maybe
That's a
lock
good
myself
idea.
in.
Yeah, chain the doors. That'd probably be cool. Give me just a second, guys. I gotta blow my nose. Could you actually die, though? It would be a safe precaution if I can remember what button opens the menu. This is me hitting everything. Tab? A? A. Ayo. I mean, we're at the part of the game where we're starting to snoop around. They just said they might kill us. I think that's a pretty reasonable fear to have. And now we play the screen transition game.
Damn.
Oh, it's
Suppose it
locked.
wasn't too much to hope that Ryan had left the place open.
You could probably jump that gate. A small wall off to the side, you could definitely scale that. Well, if it told me to come here, maybe there's something along the way. Oh. Oh, shit. Yo, Omega, welcome to you.
People, Casanare, Ontario, Panama, Give all. Prove to me that
Are they
you're man enough to
LARPing?
do this, Kyle, and then you can deal with that ridiculous police inspector.
What is this? What the hell? Scotland Yard, not hell. Hello, Ryan.
Hello, Inspector. What are you doing here?
Inspecting. So, come on. Let's have it.
I don't think you'd understand, Inspector. The best thing that you can do is turn around, go away, and leave us
And
to
walk away.
Knife.
Yep.
What?
That knife gives me a perfect right to stick my nose in, investigate, and interfere.
And you know, the girl being
This
grabbed against her
is all
will.
part of the Atlas course. It's a physical endurance exercise.
This has nothing to do with business.
The knife, Kyle.
Kyle.
Drop it!
Drop it.
Not looking 100% brilliant for you, Ryan.
Well, please, Inspector, you've poked your nose into Atlas's affairs enough times to know that imaginative flair is part of the course's success.
I don't know if that's what I've poked my nose in to find.
Unique emotional experience.
Terror?
It's an extremely evocative tool.
Well, it's a good job you're not in charge of the national curriculum.
Now look, Inspector, I know what you're trying
Look,
to do.
nothing wrong with a little ritual sacrifice
But
as a
believe me,
passage into
Atlas had
businesshood.
nothing to do with the deaths of those people.
Eyewitness account of a satanic sacrifice in the woods. That's not what we call circumstantial evidence, Ryan.
Simon. Now, I saw Simon walking home with Kate last Friday after the meeting. Now, Simon had some strange idea that he was in the running to become prime candidate. Well, a knob of butter has more chance of becoming prime minister. Oh, wait.
So are you telling me that
Simon killed her? Well,
Oh, we just gave it up.
isn't it?
any more likely than you, Ryan?
A really tiny knife to kill someone with, too. That would have been slow and agonized. Whoa! He's had that coming for a while.
You okay?
Nobody cared who I was till I put on the mask. Ooh, okay. I mean, I guess the girl was probably in shock. I was kind of figuring it was, what's-his-face's girlfriend, Simon, but he didn't take the mask off. That's kind of odd.
A few more questions, please. Thank you.
Emma, were you just attacked in the woods?
Did Simon mention walking home with anyone after the meeting last Friday?
No, he just came home. Why?
He didn't mention walking home with Kate.
No, definitely not.
Didn't walk home with Kate. Suspicious.
Thank you. Probably be back later. What would you say if I said it's been suggested that you were seen walking home with Kate after Atlas last Friday?
What? By who?
The same person who suggested that you wanted Kate out of the picture because you found out she was in the running to be prime candidate.
Who said that?
Just a question.
I didn't think I was in the running. It was Ryan, wasn't it?
I am
It
in
sure
no
was.
position to say.
Yeah, come on, throw him under the bus.
Simon, calm down.
No, I can prove it.
Yeah, here we
Kate's
go.
driving license, give it to me.
Why?
Kate's driving license, please.
Well, you asked so nicely.
See that pattern on the tape there?
Oh my god.
Let me show you something. See this pattern? Now look at that.
You can get that tape
It's
at
the same
Walgreens.
pattern.
Anyone could have bought it.
It's come from the same roll of tape as this.
That is a huge leap.
So there's only one person has tape like that.
Coincidental, sure.
Ryan. He gave me this piece of tape when I was in his office once. Why has Kate's driving license got a piece of Ryan's tape on it?
I have no idea, Simon.
Where did you find it?
Oh, by the lake.
It's obvious, isn't it? Ryan was testing her. He was doing a boundary test to see how much you would do, how fast you would go.
A roll of tape. He's playing the role of tape.
Okay. It's one of the things we do at the course, right? You give something that's important to you to someone else, then they go and hide it somewhere. It's to teach you to not be bothered when you lose something that's important to you, all right? Kate gives her driving license to Ryan. Ryan goes and hides it somewhere down the lake.
The subtitles have had a few
finds out,
problems.
She goes down looking
Again,
for
a very
it,
limited budget
probably
game.
drunk, and she falls in.
I'm afraid I find that a bit far-fetched, Simon.
It makes perfect sense if you know anything at all about how Atlas works.
But Simon, if you got the tape from Ryan, Kate could have got it from him.
He told me he doesn't lend it out.
He lent it to you.
Well, I
Didn't
didn't
tell you
kill her.
back.
Do a lab test on the card. His DNA will be all over it.
And what if yours is all over it?
It won't be. I didn't kill her.
I did
I'm sorry.
not.
Just give me a minute. I need some painkillers.
Painkillers. Hold on a sec. We're just cool with that? He's gonna pop up some drugs real fast? You're gonna let the suspect walk away? Dude is gone. He's making a run for it on a sweet-ass bike. I don't know, Psycho. I mean, it is a nice nod, but it's not conclusive evidence by any stretch of the imagination. And he's out of here.
Is he trying to act as suspiciously as possible?
Pointed me down this way, so I guess we'll see what's news. Where else did you see that tape? On the window? The broken window? All right, locked out here. Let's head back to the bar. Not falling for this screen transition nonsense this time. Let's see if we can match the broken Windows tape.
Ask you a
Ding,
couple
ding.
more things, please. Have you seen patterned tape like this anywhere before?
Oh, Ryan's got some. I know because I borrowed it.
When
So
was that?
you could have done this too.
Have you still got it?
I don't think so. I haven't seen it since then.
Ryan had patterned sticky tape. Last saw it 2 months ago. Well, hold on a second. That's a lie. Because all the way back at the mirror window, a broken window. It should have tape taped over it to make it safer.
Aha.
How this tape
You
would
last
protect you,
saw
I
that
don't know.
sticky tape 2 months ago. Is that correct?
Yes.
So how come you used it last week to tape over the broken window outside? That's the same tape.
Right around
Well,
the
I must
time.
have been mistaken.
You see, the reason I'm asking is that it's exactly the same tape that was found attached to Kate's driving license, found at the scene. The tape that only Ryan has. Ryan, and of course, you.
So what are you saying?
Who's got the tape now? Do you know where it is?
No. No, I don't know where it is. Why are you asking me about this tape?
I just
You seem
explained
nervous,
it.
Rebecca. Is there a problem?
Well, you're practically accusing me of having something to do with that woman's murder, aren't you?
I wasn't accusing you of anything, Rebecca. Unless there's something you'd like to tell me.
No, I wouldn't like to tell you anything.
Okay, well, that's fine. Obviously, we'll be swabbing everyone in the area for DNA, so if anything comes up on Kate's license, DNA traces.
What'll come up? Nothing will come
Total
up.
bluff.
Right, I've had
Total
enough. I
bluff.
can't get that.
Rebecca! Would you like to explain to me exactly what is going on?
Which bit? The fact that some leggy bitch was trying to steal my husband?
Oh, motive.
I think you had better tell me what you know, Rebecca.
Okay. You want to know what I know? Kate Vine seduced my husband and was going to blackmail him. Not only did she sleep with him, that whore did it just for his money, our money.
How did you work that out?
I heard her. I knew it was her arguing with Emma Bowman. Emma was trying to talk her out of it.
And how did she come to be at the lake?
Oh my god, that face though.
Driving license thing. When she came in, she was drunk. She dropped her bag. I took it out to the woods and stuck it over the lake. Then I waited for her. When she came out, I told her where it was, that someone had just run off into the woods with it.
You led her to the lake.
Ruh-roh.
Reaching out over the lake to get it. I didn't do anything. She just fell in.
But you let her drown.
It was dark. I couldn't see anything. I couldn't help her.
Really? Did you try, Rebecca?
Well, it was too late. She was just flapping about in the water. It was pathetic. She was making these gurgling sounds.
Ooh, this bitch is twisted.
I got a big stick. I just pushed her down with it until she stopped.
That's murder.
Well, she was dead anyway. What did it matter?
You
killed her.
You could have had her
But
grab
she
the
slept
stick.
with my husband.
She didn't, Rebecca.
What do you mean?
You got the wrong girl.
Damn. That's right. Simon's girlfriend. Emma.
Emma. It was Emma.
Yep.
Rebecca Rand, I am arresting you for the murder of Kate Vine. You do not have to say anything, but anything you do say may be taken down and will be used in evidence against you. Do you understand?
Yes.
See all that crying practice? It's coming in handy.
It appears that Kate Vine's death was a tragic case of mistaken identity. But there are some loose threads here. What was Ryan doing with Kyle and that girl in the woods?
Yeah, seriously.
If I hadn't interrupted. And what really happened to Liam last year?
Yeah.
It seems I've only scratched the
They
surface.
better not
of
be pitching a
Atlas
sequel.
and
They're supposed to be
Rand
trying to
business
kill me,
empire.
too.
Trying to find out about Paul Rand's past is like peering into dense fog. He gives nothing away and covers his tracks with military efficiency. However, what is known is that Paul Rand has a lot of connections in high places. Politicians, celebrities, business leaders. Perhaps James Wilson's ideas weren't too wide of the mark after all. I get the feeling there's still a lot more to learn about the Rand business.
Satanic cult.
You're gonna have to excuse us. Atlas is closed for the moment, but we'll be open again very soon. Thank you for your interest.
Is that the game? There's too many unanswered questions. I want more. That's not fair. I guess we did find out the primary purpose of what's going on, and they left it in a universe with more to do if they want to make sequels. I don't know if they're planning on doing it or not. It's a really awesome game. I greatly enjoyed playing through this. Got a lot of charm to it. It's a cool story. It makes you have that kind of aha moment when you connect the dots. There's no extra scenes or dialogue? I mean, that was it. But if there's a few moves you could have made before talking to her that would resolve those ends, maybe? Well, yeah, I know the dad is dead. The actor who played him died a couple years back. Charm means hat? Yes. Hats for everybody. I don't know. Has anybody who played this, does you guys know? Is there a way to get more? To shut down the cult? Or is that just that? Do side missions before the main story. You can't go back now. Damn, you could have? I did save. What kind of side missions? Do I just have to talk to people? I'm trolling. There are no answers. Ah. A very weak troll. Very weak and cruel. Damn, great game though. I'm gonna look a couple things up. I'm curious to see if they're making another. There's an experimental independent game made on a tiny budget. If you like it, please leave a review of the game and make yourself heard. Your support is vital. Contradiction sequel. Would like the sequel. It's by Tim Follin. Cosmic, what's up, man? We sure did. Now we want to know about a sequel. I'd love to make a sequel, to be perfectly honest and come clean. The budget limitation was the main reason why I couldn't do many things I had in mind for this. The original script idea included conclusions to most of the story threads left hanging in this. So, Caleb, you're exactly right. A sequel would probably tie up the threads, but they wouldn't form the main game. They'd actually lead into a related and quite different story. Yeah, that would be cool. I would love to see another one. I really would. I'm curious how well it did and how it was received. Because I know these kind of games are not as popular nowadays, but it seems like people really enjoy the ones that do come out. Oh, man. Yeah, that was really awesome. I really enjoyed that. I was expecting it to go on a little longer, too. Ooh, wait a minute. No, I didn't, Wishab, but Xandro pointed out that he's a well-known person in those areas. And Pack, like Dirty Jester said, 2015. So 5 years ago. It's got less moon logic. I'd agree. Looks like there's still... Maybe we can go talk to people still. We can't go into their house. It's been a resurgence of them. Yeah, and I think with YouTube and Twitch streams doing this kind of stuff, people really like it.
If you don't mind.
Whoop. Okay, so we can get any last questions.
Tape like this anywhere before?
No.
Wow. I'm really glad they gave me the ability to come back and ask one last question to James.
Thank you. Probably be back later.
Woo. Man, oh man. That other modern one that you played was pretty good. Don't remember the title, though. I've played two other ones, The Bunker and also Late Shift. They were both very fun. Very, very fun. Yeah, you know what? I just love playing these kind of games. Big fucking fan. And we're going to be playing another game after this that's not point and click at all, so I guess there's no relation. I'll tell you what, it's going to be an absolute trash fest. I'm concerned because it's only an hour and a half. I was kind of planning on things going a bit longer. While Foley would love to make a sequel, he's not so fond memories of the incredibly strenuous effort he put into making the first game. For a sequel to ever come to pass, we need to amass a suitable budget and pay professionals, which makes sense. That's the point, right? You make a first cheap game to hopefully get people interested into your ideas and get them set and willing to support and back the game. Generally speaking, on Kickstarter as well, if you have a first successful game and it comes out, people do come back. They want more. Load up some RimWorld. There you go. Might actually enjoy them. All right. We're going to switch over to it now. If you guys don't know what Wand of Gamut is, holy fuck. I hope it works well. I really do. It's a Phelps CDI game that's quite old. I got some of the history of it not too long ago. Can I not tag myself in retro? What the fuck is this? Come on, Twitch, get your shit together. Retro, yeah, good. I'm not sure that I think it's canon, but like Nintendo isn't proud of this. I mean, just know, Toki, that it will never be as bad as Skyward Sword. Oh, Christ. I have a small idea of what happens here. I definitely recommend you guys brace yourself for what's coming. I don't know what the gameplay itself is like. Oh my gosh.